Book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice in your heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he has but a short time. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Habashah, Bahara Kakodash, the honors of the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopes and elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some look like the heathen. Begin with the 144,000. Preacher, teacher, and prophet. Shalom. Now, we reported last night by what the Holy Spirit, which was Sunday, concerning Trump, having agents and troops patrol D.C., right? Now, he said Monday, which is the day, he's going to speak on exactly what he's going to do, and it's going to be quick. He said what he's going to do is going to be quick. All right? And you got people protesting. D.C. protest live. It says anti-Trump protest erupts in D.C. after President orders National Guard to city. All right? And you know Trump is saying, hey, he deployed them. He got the FBI and all other agencies deployed in D.C. because of the crime. All right? Now you see people protesting. Well, we're going to play the video where he says it's not only going to be in D.C. He said it's going to be in Chicago, cities like Chicago, Detroit, L.A., Baltimore. So he was naming these crime-infested cities. Well, guess what? Once they start, they don't stop. Remember, we reported last night in the video by what the Holy Spirit that they said they could be deployed for 7 days to see how the crime rate do, and they could be out there for 7 days. It depends on the situation. Well, like I've been saying, it was on my spirit. I don't see them just dispatching these agents and troops just for 7 days. I see them staying. All right, and this could be in these major cities and trickle down to all these smaller cities, throughout all the cities. Okay, and these troops are going to be everywhere. These agents are going to be everywhere. And matter of fact, 2 cops came to my house this morning. All right, I was eating breakfast, and one cop pulled up. I said, "Oh, okay, this is one of them dreary days." Okay, this morning it was over here in northeastern North Carolina. So normally days like that, I get bad news. A family member, died, and I only got 3 people left. So I said, well, I know it ain't my mama because she here with me. And I thought about my pops. I said that, and my 2 kids. I said, well, I know damn well the mamas ain't gonna call and tell me. And I said, if something happened to my daddy, I said, his old lady ain't gonna call and tell me. She ain't got my number. So they were the only 3. But another cop pulled up. I said, nah, they ain't coming to deliver bad news. I said, they're coming to get me for something. I said, for something, but for nothing, because I don't do nothing. But they saw me through the window, and I was eating. I was waiting for them to come to the door, but one of the cops went to the other cop, and I went to the door, and one of the cops showed him a file, and the other cop looked up, and he just threw his hand up like wave, and I just hit him with the head nod, and they just dipped. So I don't know what that was for. So all I could think about was, hey, maybe they got the wrong house. But you can't mistaken this my house, with another house in the neighborhood, or because everybody around here know each other. You can't not know your own damn address around here. I mean, you just can't. And the next thing I thought about was, hey, maybe they're coming to get me for preaching, teaching, and prophesying, because that's it. That's all I do, out there on the highways and hedges on Saturdays. But other than that, man, hey, I'll be out there in the yard, cutting grass or washing cars or, that's it. You know, that's it. You know, I go to town and do my little shopping, maybe 3, 4 times out the month, but that's it. But hey, I don't do nothing. And I was like, shit, I ain't talking to my baby mamas, you know. So I don't talk to them, period. They don't let me talk to my kids, so I knew that was off limits. And you know, I say it is what it is, you know. But hey, it's an uptick in crime going on around here. And one of the officers showed the other officer a folder, so I'm assuming they had a picture in there or something. So I don't know, you know, but hey, we're in times where anything can happen at any given time, man. And officers and agents and troops, hey, look, anybody can say anything that we did anything, and they'll be on our line like fish on bait. But just go to show you how officers are amped up, and Trump deploying these agents and troops, and soon they're gonna be in every city. And you got right here, people are protesting in D.C. after the Trump orders National Guard to city because of chaos. And we ain't seen chaos yet. All right? We really about to see chaos because, hey, for the past 2 weeks, all we've been seeing was mass shootings, police officers getting killed, people getting killed, shootings, mass shootings. Hey, that's Nahum 3. All right? Hey, that's the sword in one of the plagues. 2 Esdras 15, 2 Esdras 16, hey, the pale horse. Hey, right here, it says at least 3 killed in Texas Target shooting, store shooting as police capture alleged gunman. So another what? So-called mass shooting. Hey, you got I think it was a plant in Pennsylvania, something exploded or something like that. Some junk like that. Look, you got Pepsi closes U.S. factory and fires everyone. So, hey, that's including their truck drivers too. All right. So, is this the same joint? 6 shot. Let me see. It says 6 shot one fatally at gathering on West Side. This is Chicago. So, hey, another what? Mass shooting. That's 2 in one day. So, hey, we told y'all about where the Holy Spirit, all these shootings and things is going on. It's going to lead up to troops and agents and all of that patrolling the streets. Hey, to order out of the chaos. Now, we just show you the video of the protest, right? But see, let's get 2 Esdras. Let's get Isaiah. Isaiah 19 real quick. Because you see, Trump is that cruel Lord. And with him, not just him being labeled as a cruel Lord, that means he got to put things in action to make him a cruel Lord. And that's draconian laws. Now, we hadn't seen, we just beginning to see the beginning of this chaos. It's going to erupt, all right? Isaiah 19 and 2. Let's start at 1 because this is how you know we right here at the end. Your house y'all on the way. The burden of Egypt, meaning America, the burden, the troubles of America. America, which is Babylon in scriptures, is modern day Egypt because it's bondage. All right? For the whole earth, but mainly us Israelites. Behold, the Lord Yahweh Shema shall ride upon a swift cloud, and our Heavenly Father Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Shabbat on the fathership, and shall come into Egypt. America is going to crack the sky, all right, from the east to the west, and going to cover the earth. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst thereof. So the people are going to be terrified. It says, because remember in Luke 12 and 49, Yahushua said, he came to bring fire on earth, but what shall it be if it be already kindled? Well, this is what's going to be going on when our Lord Yahushua return. All right, bunch of chaos. Verse 2, and it reads, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. That's chaos in America, man. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. So that's total chaos, anarchy, civil war. All right? Violence, death. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsels thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Hey, there is no saving America, man. And the Egyptians, the citizens, will I give over to the hand of a cruel Lord, and the furious king shall rule over them, said the Lord, Yahweh Shema shall host. So with Trump being that furious king, he's bringing forth what? Draconian laws, put things in place to what? To combat the violence. All right? To combat the violence. And you get, which is going into 2nd Esdras 15, and which is breaking down Revelation, it's breaking down Isaiah 19 that we just read, 2nd Esdras 15 and 4. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draw up nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard the kings nor princes, and of course they actually stand in their power. So you see, these people are going to fight against the government. All right? Hey, like we see in these protests, but that's just the beginning. Hey, it's going to really get crazy. All right? It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Because of these troops. Hey, certain areas, they got curfews. All right? They got curfews. All right? And these troops are deployed, agents are deployed to do what? Combat crime. All right? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, men shall be afraid. All right? And this going to get to that point. Well, hey, it's going to be, hey, it's just going to be crazy, man. That's all I can say. All right? That's all I can say. And these troops are going to be every city soon. 2nd Esdras 16 and 68. Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. Verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. Hey, the devil's come down on you having great wrath. It says it's kindled over you, the Israelites, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things on the idols, take you to the concentration camps that they're constantly building up. Remember, Alcatraz is the model. Alligator Alcatraz is the model. This way they're going to take people, mainly as Israelites. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and trodden, and they shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden on the foot. And they shall be in every place, and in the next cities a greatness of rest upon those that fear the Lord. So they're going to be everywhere. See, they're being stationed to combat crime. And who is the face of crime? You so-called Negroes, Native American Indians, Hispanics, Latinos, Jamaicans, and Haitians. You Edomites aren't the face of crime. The Chinese aren't the face of crime. It's two major nations that's over here in America. That's the so-called, that's the children of Israel and the children of Edom. Okay? The children of Israel, y'all know who we are. Then you got the children of Edom, Esau, so-called white people. Who they coming after? The children of Israel. We the face of crime. Why? Because y'all paint the narrative. Y'all twisting everything up, saying we started it. Just like the situation in Cincinnati. No, they ain't just gang up on that so-called white dude. Now he was a Russian, white Russian who slapped the shit out of the black boy. All right, and that's when they got him to the brawl, which they shouldn't have jumped him. But hey, them Edomites, hey, all of them start ganging in too. All right. So, but they ain't give you the whole story. They just made it seem like it was so-called black people going around jumping white folks. It wasn't like that. That's why the scripture said in Ecclesiastes, you got to examine the whole matter and then judge. Ecclesiastes 12 and 12, like the last verse, it says, hear the conclusion of the whole matter. You see? It says, they should be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall there be known who am I chosen, and they shall be tried as golden fire. Right, y'all gonna know who the nation of Israel is. All right? It's gonna come out that, hey, damn, they are the Israelites. All right? All right? But you see, they targeting us. That's why it's important to know prophecy. Like the big bro, Menachem Akbar said, was it last night before last, going to these weird ass people wanting to come up against us because they hate the doctrine of Yahweh Shema Shai, because they're oppressing Esau, the so-called white man can't be saved. They agree with a lot of stuff we say, but they try to flip it and try to say we wrong because the white man can't be saved. All right? Now, y'all 2/3 of Israel, hey, judgment is for y'all. Hey, but like the big brother said, hey, if y'all will focus on prophecy, y'all will know exactly what's going on. And that's y'all problem. If y'all knew and understood prophecy, y'all would know who is who and what's going on and why things are going on. And you will have a better understanding of the scriptures. But Yahweh Shema Shai got you blocked from it. It's a stumbling block and offense to you. All right? Because Yahweh Shema Shai don't want you. You reject it. So this, hey, all what's going on is judgment set up for you, man. All right? For you. And some of us will be taking prison and stuff like that. But hey, this is a trial of our faith, man. Hey, you know, I've always said, hey, they might come and get me. But hey, it is what it is, man. If Yahweh Shema Shai deliver me from it, like, however you decide to do it, cool. But hey, some of us that's falsely accused and get locked up, some of us can die now. All right? But we're going to be well taken care of. Some of us will be martyrs. But it's okay. Yahweh Shema Shai showed me like a 5-10 second clip or vision of me in a black room with an Edomite who had on all black. My head was in the guillotine. And I had blood coming out of my mouth. And it was like I looked into my own face as if I was looking to a camera, and I just had a smile on my face. And when Esau pulled the lever on the guillotine, the blade was coming down, and I was just smiling, man, smiling at myself. Then Yahweh Shema Shai woke me up. Because, hey, I always say, Yahweh Shema Shai, if I got to go out, if it's not my lot to be here and be delivered so I can see the return of Yahweh Shai, the only way I want to go out is that way, man. Because it's an honorable death. I don't want to die in my sleep, be taken out by no nigger, wicked ass. It's like old heathen, man. Like, hey, I want to go out serving Yahweh Shema Shai. That's it. That's all, man. All right? To glorify Yahweh Shema Shai, not myself. All right? Which is an honorable death. All right? Hey, precious in the eyes of the Lord is the death of the saints, man. All right? Yahweh Shai did it. We can do it. We can do it. It's written. Now, you get Isaiah 65, because the sword is upon you. All right? These troops are for you. All right? We get Isaiah 65 and 11. It says, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, 2/3, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish a drink offering to that number. Right? Hey, your sacrifice is unto Esau, your false god, and to this world, to this wicked kingdom. So with that false sacrifice, that wicked sacrifice that's to your false god, this will be your judgment. You put in and trust in the system. Well, guess what? And you don't trust in Yahweh Shema Shai? Hey, that Isaiah 30, woe unto you that trust in Egypt and seek not Yahweh Shema Shai. It should be a shame and confusion. Well, this is the time we in, man. All right? So these troops, these agents are being set up for prophecy, and it's to take out 2/3 of Israel. All right? And to establish your order out of the chaos, which is to bring forth their new world order. All right? Because they moving, and they're going to move quick. We can play the video. They are moving quick. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. You see? You didn't choose Yahweh Shema Shai. You chose Egypt. You chose your oppressor. You chose the way of wickedness. You didn't want to hear the words of the Lord. Y'all came up against it. Now we're in a time of prophecy, man. And remember, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai is in the earth. You get that 2 Esdras 9. And that's the spirit of prophecy. The testimony of Yahweh Shai, the spirit of prophecy. Therefore will I number you to the sword. And who was that sword? Esau. And ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear. But did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. You see? So you're going to be judged, man. You're going to be judged. You're going to be judged. These troops are being set up for you. All right? Now, we just got the chaos, right? And we just read in the scriptures, all right, the prophecy and what's to come. All right? Now, real quick, I want to play this video, 2 videos, Trump signed an executive order. I want to go into that real quick. I want to try to, this video ain't going to be under 2 minutes. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Let's get right here.
I found myself
at
in a time in my career where I knew I needed to
it's the
finish
same
my
video,
education.
but I just want to go
pretty
directly to this order right here. Gabu 7, Trump declares public emergency and puts D.C. under federal control, deploys National Guard to the streets. And we're going to play in the other video that I'm going to play. Just listen to what he said, what he's saying. Because they're going to move quick.
And we're here for a very serious purpose. Something's out of control, but we're going to put it in control very quickly like we did on the southern border.
You see that?
I'm announcing a historic...
He said they're going to do it very quickly. All right? Hey, we read that Revelation 12 and 12. They're going to move quick. We told y'all through the spilling part of how about Shema Oshai, this second half of 2025 going to be crazy. 2026 going to be off the chain.
Action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening. They've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. And this is an unprecedented...
You see that? Now let's rewind it back.
Good people, but they're tough. And placed is vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is?
Let's look that up real quick. Let's pause it. This is a complete understanding of it. On Monday, August 11, 2025, President Trump invoked Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act, placing the Metropolitan Police Department, MPD, under direct federal control. He stated this action was necessary to combat crime in the nation's capital and restore order. Details of Trump's action, invocation of Section 740. Trump invoked Section 740 of the D.C. Home Rule Act, which allows the president to take temporary control of the MPD in case of emergency. So Trump is in control. It says, hey, remember, they want the homeless off the streets. So they're going to do everything, hey, like you said, by the powers invested in him, man. So he got the power to do this. Declaration of emergency. Trump declared a public safety emergency in Washington, D.C., cited concerns about rising crime rates. However, local officials report a decline in violent rates compared to previous years. Right, we reported on that last night. It says deployment of federal authorities. In addition to placing the MPD under federal control, Trump announced the deployment of National Guard troops and federal law enforcement officers to assist in patrols. And also, head stuff said that, hey, they're gonna use whoever they need to control this crime. And that, as we've been reporting, you got mass shootings and chaos going on in every state. All right? So Trump gonna tell you, hey, they're not going to limit it to D.C. It's going to expand. He's going to say, hey, hopefully the other states pick it up. All right? But he don't need to hope they pick it up. Because he going to make this thing move, man. All right? He going to make this thing move. All right? The Insurrection Act, hey, pretty much martial law. They're going to take control. It says, Attorney General in charge. Trump stated that Attorney General Pambani is now in charge of the MPD. Man, wait till y'all hear what she got to say. This video will probably be like 40 minutes, probably longer. It says, context of the D.C. Home Rule Act. Purpose: the D.C. Home Rule Act of 1973 was established to give D.C. residents more control of their local affairs, including the right to. Anyway, y'all can read the rest of that. Man, it's pretty much saying the same thing. No need to keep pushing. Now check this out right here. Now you see they're protesting. Let's start at the 8-minute mark.
A kiss for each day we spent.
Cause I was driving, I was on the road when I heard it. I wanted to pull over and do it. I said, no, I need to get home because the weather was bad.
A good meeting, and we'll.
Let's start at the 8-minute mark. And I watched this whole video. We'll listen to it while we're driving. This whole video, it says live Trump holds press conference. Like the last 15 minutes, they're talking about China, the chip, and Russia. The chip meaning the chips from China, Russia, and Ukraine. So anyway, it says Trump holds news conference on D.C. crime, right? Let's start at, is it the 7-minute, 8-minute mark?
Chicago, how bad?
Yeah.
But he was asked by the city, I guess.
Let's start here.
We don't want to show the real numbers. Let me do numbers so it looks like it's going down. Not going down. And under Biden, it was a disaster.
Listen good now, because they let you know that this is going to expand and they're going to speed up. All right?
And nobody did anything about it. We're going to do things about it like you wouldn't believe. Every American has a constitutional right to be able to access and petition their government in safety, and countless federal officials and employees likewise have the right to carry out their jobs in peace without being shot. As you know, I lost a very good person a while ago, was shot waiting for his wife. He was in the car. They robbed his car. They shot him. They killed him like it was nothing to him. She was walking to the car. It's a horror show. This issue directly impacts the functioning of the federal government and is a threat to America, really. It's a threat to our country. We have other cities also that are bad, very bad. You look at Chicago, how bad it is. You look at Los Angeles, how bad it is. We have other cities that are very bad. New York has a problem. And then you have, of course, Baltimore and Oakland. We don't even mention that anymore. They're so far gone.
Y'all hear me?
We're not going to let it happen. We're not going to lose our cities over this. And this will go further. We're starting very strongly with D.C., and we're going to clean it up real quick, very quick.
You hear? He said they're going to start with D.C. He said we can't let these criminals overtake our cities. So it's beyond D.C. They starting with the capital, man. All right? And then they're going to move everywhere else.
As they say. Days ago, a former member of the Doge staff was savagely beaten by a band of roving thugs after defending a young woman from an attempted carjacking. He was left dripping in blood. He thought he was dead with a broken nose and concussion. Can't believe that he's alive. He can't believe it. In June, a 21-year-old congressional intern was tragically killed after being hit by a stray bullet in a drive-by shooting. A former Trump administration official named Mike Gill, fantastic person, was murdered last year in cold blood in a carjacking blocks away from the White House. We all knew him. Great person. Waiting for his wife as she was walking to the car. The Democrat congressman was also carjacked at gunpoint not far from the Capitol. And in 2023, an aide to Senator Rand Paul was stabbed in the chest and head by a demented lunatic as he walked down the street, just absolutely for no reason. Horrifically, last July 4th weekend, a 3-year-old girl was shot in the head and killed while sitting in a car near the Capitol. It's becoming a situation of complete and total lawlessness. And we're getting rid of the slums, too. We have slums here. We're getting rid of them. I know it's not politically correct. You'll say, oh, so terrible. No, we're getting rid of the slums where they live. Caravans of mass youth rampage through city streets at all times of the day. There are ATVs, motorbikes. They travel pretty well. Entire neighborhoods are now under emergency curfews.
You see that? Them cities like Philadelphia, New York, they like to ride them bikes to the city making all that damn noise. That's Jake, man. That's you so-called Negroes, Native American, Indians, Spanish, Latinos, Jamaicans, and Haitians, man.
This past weekend, gunfire went through, and you saw that, the Navy Yard. I saw it this morning. They saw that they fought back against, they fight back until you knock the hell out of them, because it's the only language they understand. But they fought back against law enforcement last night. And they're not going to be fighting back long, because I've instructed them and told them whatever happens, they love to spit in the face of the police as the police are standing up there in uniform. They're standing and they're screaming at them an inch away from their face, and then they start spitting in their face. And I said, you tell them, you spit and we hit.
Y'all remember when Trump said that? So we told y'all then what he meant by that. You spit, they hit, meaning they're going to kill you. All right? They ain't going to just put you in handcuffs and take you to prison. No. Hey, they're going to lay you down with the gun. They're going to be shooting people on sight soon, man.
And they get hit real hard. It's a disgusting thing. I've watched that for years, for 3-4 years. I've watched them. The police are standing, and they're told, don't do anything under any search. So and you can see they want to get at it. And they're standing there, and people are spitting in their face, and they're not allowed to do anything. But now they are allowed to do whatever the hell they want. This dire public safety crisis stems directly from the abject failures of the city's local leadership. The radical left city council adopted no cash bail. By the way, every place in the country where you have no cash bail is a disaster. That's what started the problem in New York, and they don't change it. They don't want to change it. That's what started it in Chicago. I mean, bad politicians started it, bad leadership.
Yeah, and they started that January 1st, like 2 years ago or something like that? And we told y'all what that was all about. Okay, remember, they laid the groundwork for these things so Trump can clean it up.
Started it, but that was the one thing that's central, no cash bail. Somebody murders somebody and they're out on no cash bail before the day is out. We're going to end that in Chicago. We're going to change the statute. I spoke with Pam and Todd and everybody. We're going to change the statute, and I'm going to have to get the Republicans to vote because the Democrats are weak on crime. Totally weak on crime. They don't know why. They want to stop because they get mugged too. But we're going to change no cash bail. We're going to change the statute and get rid of some of the other things. And we'll count on the Republicans in Congress and Senate to vote. We have the majority, so we'll vote. We don't have a big majority, but we've gotten everything, including the great, big, beautiful bill. Got that done, and that's one of the greatest things that's ever happened to people in this country. They're starting to figure it out, how good it is. Biggest tax cut in history. So many things. But we'll be able to get that done. So, Todd, if you and Pam can draw up things working with the people, I'll get it passed. Get it passed with the Republicans. Probably won't get, think of this, probably won't get one Democrat vote because they have no idea what they're doing. That's why they want men playing in women's sports. That's why they want transgender for everybody transgender. And they just got walloped in an election, in a landslide, and they haven't changed one thing. I saw the other day the certain gentleman who was a very well-known politician, Democrat, was fighting like hell that men should be allowed to play in women's sport. They just don't get it. They said it's an 80-20 issue, and I think it's a 97-3 issue. And I don't know who the three are. I've never heard nobody's ever come up to me, sir, you have to let men play in women's sports. You have to do it, sir. Nobody's ever approached me. I don't know where this issue even comes from. Never seen anything like it. But they turned our nation's capital into a sanctuary jurisdiction. That's the other thing. We have to get rid of sanctuary cities as quickly as possible. We're going to do it, too. We have to. Because it's sanctuary for criminals. Releasing illegal alien gang members onto the streets. In 2022, nearly 70% of criminals arrested in Washington went unprosecuted.
And these sanctuary cities are Israelite neighborhoods, man. Israelite populated cities, man. These inner cities. Hey, they put the northern kingdom with the southern kingdom, man. All right.
That's not going to
They the cities that they're going after. That's going to be an extension to everywhere else in the U.S.
happen with the group we have standing aside and standing behind me. And at the Metropolitan Police Department, it's now reached a small number relatively compared to what it was, but it's thousands of people. You know, we have thousands of police. I was told today, sir, they want more police. I heard a number 3,500 police. That's a lot of police. 3,500. I thought they were going to say we only have 30 policemen or women. He said we have 3,500. We need more. You don't need more. That's so many. I never heard. That's like an army. How could you need more than 3,000? It just happened 2 minutes ago. Sir, they've requested more police. Oh, what do they have? About 3,500. I said, 3,500? This is not a big area. It's ridiculous. What you need is rules and regulations, and you need the right people to implement them. And we have the right people here, that I can tell you. Look at the border. Biden said there's nothing you can do. Kamala was the border czar. She never called one of the Border Patrol agents who are great. ICE is great. Never spoke to anybody. Never went there. But she was the border czar. And everybody said it was impossible to fix. I fixed it in 3 months. No, really. I fixed it the first week, but really fixed it over the last couple of months. And I mean, literally to a point where, as I said, 0 illegals entering our country in the last 90 days. Pretty amazing. It's time for dramatic action. We're going to do the same thing over here. It's going to be a very safe city very soon. We're not looking to just take years, because a lot of people die in years. And we've got incredible people in this country, except we have to allow them to do their job. And that we will deliver like nobody's ever delivered before.
Get up.
I actually think it's easy. You know, if you're competent, it's easy. If you're incompetent, it's impossible. But I'm very competent. Last week, my administration surged 500 federal agents into the district, including from the FBI, ATF, DEA, Park Police, the U.S. Marshal Service, the Secret Service, and the Department of Homeland Security. You know, a lot of nations, they don't have anything like that. They got some police, and they're rough police. They don't have DEA, ATF, FBI, Park Police, the U.S. Marshal Service, Secret Service, Department of Homeland Security. They got some police, but they're rough police, and they do their job. They don't have crime. We're not going to have crime either. They made dozens of arrests, and that's what starts to happen. Again, cashless bail. Watch what we do with that. Today, we're formally declaring a public safety emergency. This is an emergency. This is a tragic emergency. And it's embarrassing for me to be up here. You know, I'm going to see Putin. I'm going to Russia on Friday. I don't like being up here talking about how unsafe and how dirty and disgusting this once beautiful capital was, with graffiti all over the walls. It's another part of it, by the way, because we're talking about safety, but we're also talking about beautification. We have the most beautiful, potentially, capital in the world. We always had. But people come from Iowa, they come from Indiana, they come and then they get mugged. Not going to happen. Keep coming, because by the time you get your trip set, it's going to be safe again, and it's going to be clean very quickly.
You see, everything he's saying is quick, fast, and in a hurry. Quick, quick, quick. It's not going to be long. It's going to be quick. All right? He said it's not going to take years. People die in years. So tell him it's going to, hey, these last 6 months is going to be crazy, man. All right?
Replace the medians that are falling down all over the roads. We're going to replace the potholes. We're going to put a nice new coat of asphalt over the top. No, we don't have to rip the road out and spend 7 years building a new road because they cut everything. Because some designer said, well, we need a 1/4 of an inch more turn for safety reasons. We're going to do it right. We're going to get it done quickly. So today we're declaring public safety emergency in the District of Columbia. Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's fantastic, is taking command of the Metropolitan Police Department as of this moment. And I'll be making the appropriate notifications to Congress and to the mayor, our new DEA administrator, who's one of the top in the country. He better be Terry. If you're not, I'm going to get rid of you so fast. Terry Cole. Terry, thanks. Very good. We just got him. Most highly recommended person. And you'll be designated as the interim federal commissioner of the Metropolitan Police Department. Okay? And you run them tough. They're good. You have a lot of good people. You have people that shouldn't be there. You also
remember that Project 2025? That's what's going on. So all the people that Trump got on his team are loyalists, those loyal to him. Ultimately, those loyal to the elites. And that's going along with the plan of the agenda to put these unrighteous decrees and draconian laws in place, man.
people that shouldn't be there.
Hey, the world as we see it over here in America is going to change very quick these last 6 months within this year, man. All right, 5 months. All right, in 2026 will be something different. All right.
Got in there because of woke, but you have a lot of great police, and
remember, y'all voted for this, but it didn't matter if you voted or not. This is prophecy playing out, but just go to show you, Yahweh Shema Shai got it seem as if y'all voted for this, so prophecy could play out, and it shows that hey, you put yourself in a trap. Hey, you can't say Yahweh Shema Shai didn't give you what you want, man. You can't say that the Lord didn't answer your prayers. See, the thing is, you don't know what you asked for. He answered your prayers. They here. All right? He got the man that y'all want in office. All right? To what? Do what? Bring forth judgment and wrath for the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. Ultimately, the downfall of America. Now, that's what y'all don't want. But see, what you, being ignorant of the scriptures and being ignorant of what you're praying for, hey, it's leading to your destruction, man, your demise.
those people are the ones that want to help you. This city will no longer be a sanctuary for illegal alien criminals. We will have full, seamless, integrated cooperation at all levels of law enforcement, and we'll deploy officers across the district with an overwhelming presence. You'll have more police, and you'll be so happy because you'll be safe when you walk down the street.
You see? That peace and safety, man. Hey, we told y'all, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord gave us the eyesight, man, to tell y'all, to understand the scriptures, to tell y'all what was going to happen before it happened. And we've been telling y'all for years, beginning with the elders and apostles. They've been telling y'all for 40 years. I'm one of the younger brothers in the faith. Yahweh Shema Shai had me been telling y'all for 8. And it's by way of the Holy Spirit, not our own will, most definitely not mine. All right? So, hey.
You're going to see police, or you're going to see FBI agents. We're going to have a lot of agents on the street. You're going to have a lot of essentially military, and we will bring in the military if it's needed, by the way.
They're going to bring them.
We're going to have National Guard. But Pete Hegseth will tell you about it. We will bring in the military if needed. People say, oh, that's so terrible. He's going to bring in, it's been used many times over the years. I don't think we'll need it. I think we've got so many great people, including the people that are in the police department with proper leadership. They'll immediately begin massive enforcement operations targeting known gangs, drug dealers, and criminal networks to get them the hell off the street, maybe get them out of the country, because a lot of them came into our country illegally. They shouldn't have been allowed in. They come from Venezuela. They come from all over the world. We're going to get them the hell out.
Israelites.
They won't be here long.
Listen.
But some of these people, a lot of them are homegrown criminals.
You heard?
And these are bad people. These are rough people. And this is just a list of some of the people that were given to me today that were criminals removed from the D.C. streets this weekend. They were rough and tough.
Israelites.
But we're rougher and tougher.
You heard it? That's war talk.
These people here.
Remember, Tom Homan.
You know, they're not going to be your local school teacher.
Look, Tom Homan said, hey, his game bigger than your game. Own game.
He has killed people numerous times. They're not going to be an asset. They will never be an asset to society. I don't care. I know we all want to say, oh, they're going to be rehabbed. It's not going to be rehabbed. I'm going to ask Doug Burgum to come up and say a couple of words because...
That's it, man. This video getting entirely too long, man. Because I did want to play Head Self and Pam Bondi talk, but I'll put the link in the description box. You just got to watch the video. This is the 22nd minute mark, and you just watch it from there, man. Hey, they setting everything up, man. Prophecy playing out, and they're really about to come hard. Don't think, hey, they start with the Capitol. Trump said, hey, they're going to clean up all the cities, man. You heard them. So, hey, they're coming, man. And be prepped up in the spirit, and we can start seeing more police officers, and they're going to come pick some of us up. You best believe people lying on us. But hey, we ain't hiding shit. We ain't doing nothing in secret. You know, just like Yahweh Shai. But hey, stay prayed up in the names of Yahweh Shema Shai. Prophets playing out, and we're entering into the time of our lives, man. Hey, the trial of our faith. All right? Finish reading that 2 Ezra 16 and 16 all the way to the end of the chapter, man. Shalom.